Okay, guys. Share. So we'll discuss some points. So how we can work with the style guides. Okay, guys. We'll see how we can do this. And also one more thing. We create a new file. So style guide in the sense which should be placed in what place and what are the element names we need to specify like that. We have some important things. Actually, you can also refer this link. Let me put it in the chat box. Sorry. So the first thing is, see here, uh, because we need to start projects with using this doc type HTML. Okay, and use a lowercase. I think the link has been copied. Yeah. So go through this link. Okay, I'm just following that. And then always, use a lowercase element names. For example, what are the elements names we have? Like body and paragraph. Like that, we have many elements, right? So here you should not mention it like this. You should not do like this. This is not a good practice at all. Okay. So maximum if example you should not also if example see here the B's caps the another will be in the small, so you should not do these as well. Okay, so what we need to do is we need to mention it in the lower case element name, and we need to definitely if example this is a container element, so container element means what? If anyone sorry any element which is has have a closing tag, that is called as a that is called as a close that is container element, right? So if I have this, you definitely need to close this. Okay, that is a good practice. You should not be If example in the link and all, if you specify something, and if you're not closing it, the below paragraphs or the heading or image, whatever it may be, it becomes as a link. Okay. So what is a good practice is you need to close this all the time. So that's a good practice. And whatever the attribute name you have, example, and anchor tag, we have href, alt, and width. Like this, we have so many things, right? So each and every attribute name should be in the small character. Okay. So this is a must. And always, quote the attribute value. So if you have some values here, example, I have a hash, or I have a Google. If I have this kind of link, then what I can do? So you need to mention it within a double quotes. If I have a alt, so this is not pick. Okay, so like this, I'm just giving a alt. So that should be mentioned within a double quotes. So that is very, very must. And if example, I have something called as example. So here we have some example like table equal to class. If I mention it as a strip, stripped means what? The first row will be in a light color of gray, and the next will be dark or white. The zigzag will be there. Okay, so stripped means nothing but see here. In tables also, in the bootstrap also, we have stripped. So let me type it as stripped. In this place, you can see. So the first row will be in white, and the second will be gray, white, and gray. So like this, it will be goes on. Okay. So you should not mention it like table without any double quotes. This is not allowed. Okay. And if you're creating some images, okay, so if you are creating some images, what you need to do is you need to mention imgsrc. So what is a file name? Definitely you need to mention the width and the height of that particular image. That is a good practice. Okay, so you need to mention it. So that is, instead of, if you're not giving any width and height, that is not a good practice. You need to mention what it is. Okay, and the space and the equal signs. For example, see here, if I have a link, okay, so I'm just adding some file href. So I'm giving some space like this, and I'm adding some file name. So you should not unnecessarily, you should not leave some space after the attribute name. So that is also not a good practice. And finally we have the example from creating some paragraph, okay, or a heading. I have a heading. So for example, I'm giving a name as topic, okay, and if I have a paragraph below this, sorry, below this heading, I have some h2 html, and I have some content here. Okay, so see here, this is my heading. After this, you need to leave some space, and you have to start with a heading and paragraph. Because why we are doing this practice? Because you are not only the person who's going to handle this project. Sometimes it may be shifted to the another person once you complete with the module. So another person will not understand what you have written, right? And the second thing is sometimes your code while you are executing in the browser, it will show some kind of alignment problem or miscommunications between the document and the web browser. So that leads to a problem then. Okay, so to avoid this, we are following this kind of things. And so if you are creating some project, okay, if you are creating some project, what you need to do is, first the thing is you need to give a title name for that project. That is a must. Okay, so that's a good practice. It's not going to throw any error, but it's a good practice. You need to create a title name. Then only the user can see what are the tabs we have on the top, right? Using this title name. And if example, if you're trying to omit HTML and the body element, then the HTML page will validate without this. But still, that is not a good practice. You should not avoid it. And also one more thing, already I told you, like two things are there. One is called as a container element, and the another one is called as a empty element. Okay, so these are the two elements we have. So container element, it will have something called as, if I have this, it will be closed. But image is a empty element, so we need to close like this. This is a good practice. And if I have a link also doesn't have any end tag, the end element. So I'm closing like this. And meta, and then what else we have? Like BR, break, H or horizontal line, and we have images already given, and there are so many we have. Okay, so like this you need to close it at the end. So this is also the good practice. And adding the language attributes. So whatever you're creating a project again, so I told you, right? So here you will be mentioning HTML, because if you're creating as a local project, that is if you're trying to execute on the same thing, you can do it. Okay, but if suppose if you're trying to execute it on in the live telecast, then what happened, you'll be getting some error over there. Okay, so let me change this one. If I'm using some other language, I need to mention that particular language over there. Okay, if you're trying to create, I hope some of them are doing Arabic language, right? So you can also create a website. If you are good in Arabic language, you can create a website and you can telecast your skills using a website. You can launch that website to the public. Okay, so what you need to do, you need to change this into Arabic, and the way what you're going to give a name, that should be in the Arabic language. Okay, and the text, whatever the text you are going to do, but the elements names are similar. The elements will be in English. Okay, but the language, whatever you're preferring, so within this, it will be in a Arabic language. Okay, so if you're trying to take some kind of tuitions or kind of training, you can also do that. Okay. And the same thing, if we have a meta tag. So meta tags is very, very important. You need to mention uh, what it should be, like the format. So meta, the capset should be what? So as of now, we are having UTF-8. So you need to mention that. Okay, and then setting the viewport is very, very important, because it should be compatible with all other devices. Okay, so what are the important meta tags you need to mention, and the HTML comments between the text. Example, if it needs in some particular point, then you can mention over there. Okay, and using a style sheet, use a simple syntax for linking to style sheet. For example, the type attribute is not necessary, but you need to mention it properly. Then only you'll be getting a exact output. Okay. So next thing is in the real time. Okay, I told you to create a bootstrap page, right? It should be telecasted in web hosting. Web hosting, in the sense, actually, this is not in your subject, but I want you guys to try this. I think that is a name. Let me check. Actually, I have created one simple page. Let me share with you once again. So see here, ma. Actually, this is not, so there are two things. Okay, one is hosting and the domain name. So you need to purchase a domain name and you need to get the hosting also. Then only your website will be telecasted or it will be visible for everyone. So let me check whether it is working or not. Okay, see here, this is actually the website. Okay, I have not spent a single, money for this particular page. So if I go to this home page, so it is taking such a long time. See here, this is a website, okay? So this is a totally a website, home and all courses we have. And if I click on this about us, it will open about us. Like this, there are so many different things we have here, okay? So to for create these things, we have some free hosting websites. Actually, this is not free hosting. So there are so many different free hosting websites are there. Hosting is nothing but it's like a server. It will allocate some panel for you. Okay, but I tried to open that, but what is the reason it is not opening? Let me check with my another. Okay, no problem. If I get that link, okay, I'll be sharing with this. So these are the some free hosting websites now. If I click on this, see here like this, it will be showing. If I click on start, it will be showing like get free hosting. You can also try this website, but please make sure this is somewhat crucial. Okay, crucial in the sense this is not a fully, HTTPS. We know what is HTTPS and HTTP, right? So this is like HTTPS. It's not, sorry, HTTP. It's not secured one. So please be careful. I'm just adding login with Facebook. It is unavailable. Let me try with this one, this ID. So after creating a website, guys, whatever you do, just try to do it as a free hosting, and you get purchase things. It will be more interesting for you. So if you want, I can also share this link. So these are the link free hosting links we have. So we have Wix, Domain Razor, Webly, WordSpace, WordPress, Infinity Free, but some or cast. So I prefer this particular link because it is totally free. After creating your website, you can upload your project here. We can try that. So it is loading, please wait. Just loading. Please give me a minute. Okay, I think it is taking such a lot time to do this, but no problem. You can also try it from your end. But this is from my suggestion. You can try and you can create website like this. So after doing this, it will ask you to upload the project what you have, and you need to give the domain name like this. So here you can see my domain name is what. So I have given like web development technology is my domain name, and this is the another the thing you need to add, because this is totally free, right? So they have added to next.com. Okay, so in whatever the file you're selecting, whatever the path you're selecting, we will be showcasing here as well. Okay, so let me share the link. This is the link, you can try. So this is for a free web hosting. Okay, so let me share it in the chat box. You can try it on your own after creating projects. You can create it. So try bootstrap projects. Okay, so create a portfolios and have a link like this. Sorry, actually I need to verify the mail, so that is the reason it is loading. Give me a second. So guys, now you can see after verifying the mail. So let create some magic things. So it is asking like, what would you like to do? So I'm just giving like create a startup block and what kind of block we need. Okay, example I'm choosing like tourism. So name your project. So it is asking a project name. So I'm just giving as travel tourism. Okay, and I'm just giving some password. So better if I have a skip option, I can skip it off. Tourism. And choose your weapons for mass creation. Use a website builder. So if you want to upload your site, okay, so if you have already, just click on here. So it will move to this particular place. So let me create one new folder. Tourism. Upload files. So select files. So I think we already have some projects. So let me check that. Um, some projects. I think on that day we have created this blog, right? Try to upload this. Sorry, it is in HTML. So it is in the .html file. Let me check with other files. Demo blog site. Let me check here as well. Sorry. So it is asking for premium. So no problem. We'll try it. We'll try this simple project. So so what you do is I'll give you some 10 projects, okay? Uh, so what is the thing is you need to upload these projects in this uh, 000webhost.com. So try once because it will be easy for you to upload. So let me share this link as well in the chat box. Okay. And so please try these two things and let me know if you face any difficulties. Okay. So try to upload it in this particular website. Actually, it is asking for premium. Let me try to change the permission. Okay. Okay, no issues. I think you will be having a break now, right? So I'll mark attendance for you and I upload the screenshots. So what you need to do is have so many assignments. So this assignment is nothing but there is a web posting, free web posting. You need to upload whatever the projects you have it here. In the 10 projects we have, you can take any single project and you upload it in that free web hosting. Okay. So just try it. It will be easy one. Okay. Okay, thank you guys. We can wind up now. You go for a break. Bye, guys, everyone. So for the next session, please go through and come the each and every topics. And Monday, I'm expecting the projects from Bootstrap and try this free web hosting also.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you, ma'am. Bye, ma'am.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you. Bye, guys.